Alright, let's dive into one of the most talked about potential moves in the NBA right now. The possibility of the Portland Trail Blazers being a prime landing spot for the Los Angeles Lakers to make a significant trade, especially when it comes to bolstering their roster at the center position. The Lakers have been juggling multiple needs this season, whether it's adding depth on the wings, improving their point of attack defense, or finding reliable 3-and-D players. But what's been buzzing most is their quest to secure a solid, impactful center, a big man who can protect the paint, grab rebounds, and open up the floor in a way that complements stars like LeBron James and Anthony Davis, instead of chasing the usual suspects like Jeremy Grant or DeAndre Ayton, who have both been linked to the Lakers before. Some voices in the basketball community have suggested a different strategy. What if the Lakers packaged a few pieces, maybe 3 or 4 players, including guys like Anthony Simons, Nasser Little, or others, and tried to strike a deal with Portland? This would be a way to avoid overpaying for a single star and instead build a more balanced, versatile core that addresses multiple needs. Still, despite these ideas, a lot of chatter has gravitated toward DeAndre Ayton as the key to unlocking the Lakers' big man problem. Now, why is Ayton such a hot topic? First off, the Trailblazers have an abundance of centers on their roster. Donovan Mitchell, for example, has stepped up as a cornerstone of that franchise and is being groomed for the long haul despite some conditioning concerns early on. Portland also has Robert Williams and Jusuf Nurkic, making the team crowded in the front court. Given this glut of big men and Ayton's expiring contract, it makes sense for the Blazers to explore trading him before he walks away in free agency. From the Lakers' perspective, acquiring Ayton could be a strategic move, especially because true starting caliber centers are hard to come by. Most teams either already have their guy or are developing a promising young player. At 26 years old, Ayton is still in the prime of his career and could grow even more if placed in the right environment. The tricky part is that Ayton's career has been a roller coaster of incredible potential mixed with moments where he's gotten in his own way, whether through mental lapses or off-court distractions. Picture this. There's a version of DeAndre Ayton that many basketball fans and analysts believe exists. A dominant center who can do virtually everything. On the court, he's a pick-and-roll threat who can pop out for a jumper or roll hard to the rim, able to catch lobs and finish with authority. He doesn't need a superstar ball handler to succeed, but having the likes of LeBron James and Luka Doncic as teammates would definitely ease his path. Imagine playing alongside 2 of the best playmakers in the league who can create space and set you up night after night. For Ayton, that could be a career-best scenario, but here's the catch. Ayton is scheduled to earn nearly $36 million next season, which is a hefty price tag. He'll also be an unrestricted free agent after that. So the Lakers would have to weigh the risk of investing heavily in a player who might not re-sign, or conversely signing him to a long-term deal if things click. The trade cost to acquire him would likely involve giving up valuable assets, like a promising young player and future draft picks. If it doesn't pan out, the Lakers could end up stuck with a high salary and fewer building blocks for the future. That's the classic risk-reward scenario. On one hand, if the Lakers can help Ayton get out of his own way, help him focus, build structure around him, and develop his game, the payoff could be huge. On the other hand, if the fit doesn't work, they might lose key pieces without gaining the centerpiece they need. It's worth noting that sometimes players thrive after changing teams simply because they find a better situation, a stronger culture, or a coach who knows how to get the best out of them. The Lakers certainly have the leadership and experience to offer that, with veterans like LeBron James who command respect and set a professional tone. Think about it. Ayton would have some of the easiest basketball of his career playing alongside LeBron and Luka, with Austin Reeves likely remaining a key contributor as well. That's a supporting cast capable of maximizing his strengths and minimizing his weaknesses. He wouldn't need to carry the team, but could instead focus on being a lob threat, protecting the paint, and grabbing rebounds, things the Lakers desperately need. In fact, he'd probably be the 4th option offensively behind LeBron, Luka, and Austin, but on any given night, he could shine as the 2nd or 3rd scoring option thanks to his size and skill set. Looking at his stats, Ayton has proven he can be a reliable double-double machine. Last season, he averaged around 15 points and 10 rebounds per game. He's had seasons with even higher production, flirting with 20 points and double-digit rebounds. The key is consistency, and that's where the question marks come in. His biggest obstacle has been his mentality and focus during games. He sometimes gets into his own head, and that mental block has held him back from reaching the ceiling many believed he could achieve. It's important to highlight that Ayton's attitude and behavior have improved since joining Portland. In Phoenix, he was known for some on-court tantrums, benching himself, and conflicts with coaches and teammates. In Portland, he's shown more maturity and buy-in to the team's system, which is a promising sign. If the Lakers can provide the structure and leadership he needs, there's a real chance he could elevate his game to elite levels. Another factor to consider is the Lakers' actual need for a skilled center. While having a big man who can drop 20 points and 10 rebounds is fantastic, it's more of a luxury than a necessity. The Lakers mainly require someone who can finish lobs, protect the rim, and rebound effectively. If a center can do those three things well, the rest of the offensive creation will come from their stars, particularly LeBron and Luka. So even if Ayton is not a highest scoring big, his ability to fill those defensive and rebounding roles could make a significant difference. With that said, the Lakers must ask themselves if paying Ayton's large salary and giving up multiple assets is worth it, especially since he would likely remain the fourth or third option on offense for the next few years, unless major roster changes happen, such as trading Austin Reeves or if LeBron retires after this season. If they're looking for him to be a primary scoring option, the cost might be too high. Financially, it's also unlikely Ayton will command a full $35 million on his next contract. Realistically, he might settle for something in the mid-20s, especially if he doesn't prove to be a franchise-changing player right away. Perhaps a shorter deal, around 2 years for $50 million, could be the middle ground, giving him a chance to prove himself further while allowing the Lakers some flexibility. Overall, acquiring DeAndre Ayton carries risk, but with potential for great reward if the fit and focus are right. He's a true 7-footer who can protect the paint, block shots, and add some steals on defense. While not a lockdown defender, his size and athleticism are valuable in today's NBA, where versatile big men are at a premium. And importantly, he doesn't need to be the primary ball handler or scorer. With the Lakers' offensive star setting him up, he can play within his strengths and maximize his impact. That's why discussions around Ayton are so fascinating. He checks many boxes for what the Lakers want, but it's a matter of weighing potential against the known issues. Meanwhile, Portland has to decide whether to keep a player who may leave in free agency or to capitalize on his value now by trading him to a team like the Lakers. The Blazers need to sort out their long-term plans, especially with a deep roster of centers and draft picks coming in. Moving Ayton could help them reset and focus on their core pieces moving forward. Of course, there are concerns about his injury history and availability. The most games Ayton has played in a single season is 71 during his rookie year. In recent years, he's had seasons with fewer than 60 games, which raises questions about durability. Some of those absences are due to Portland's tanking strategy and rest protocols, but lingering injuries like ankle sprains have sidelined him for stretches. That makes it harder to predict exactly how many games he will play for the Lakers. Statistically, Ayton's shooting numbers are a mixed bag. He shoots a solid percentage from the field, close to 60%, but is not a consistent threat from three-point range. While he can occasionally knock down threes, his volume is low and his accuracy inconsistent. Free throw shooting is another concern, with percentages fluctuating from season to season, sometimes dropping below ideal levels. However, his ability to rebound, block shots, and contribute across multiple categories makes him a valuable presence on the floor. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on! In a surprising twist that has set the NBA rumor mill spinning, multiple sources close to the situation are suggesting that Michael Porter Jr. has given a yes to the possibility of joining the Los Angeles Lakers, while nothing has been confirmed Officially, whispers from insiders indicate that the Denver Nuggets forward is intrigued by the idea of wearing the purple and gold, and perhaps playing a pivotal role in revitalizing a team hungry for another championship. It all started with subtle signs. Porter Jr., known for his smooth shooting and versatile offensive game, has reportedly been open to the idea of a change in scenery. And that scenery, it seems, might just be the Hollywood lights of Los Angeles. Sources say Porter Jr. has privately expressed interest in playing alongside stars like Anthony Davis and, depending on how the offseason unfolds, LeBron James, if the King opts to return for another season. The Lakers, for their part, are in clear need of youthful scoring talent and size on the wing, especially after another playoff disappointment. Porter Jr. fits that bill perfectly, and his offensive firepower could be exactly what the team needs to complement Davis's interior dominance. What's even more intriguing is that some within league circles believe the Lakers are quietly exploring trade packages that could tempt Denver, particularly if the Nuggets want to shake things up after falling short in the postseason. Of course, all of this remains speculative for now. Denver has not signaled any intent to move Porter Jr., who still has several years remaining on his contract. But in a league where player movement and surprise trades are part of the drama, nothing can be ruled out. One executive speaking anonymously said, "Where there's smoke, there's usually some fire." And right now, there's a lot of smoke around Porter and the Lakers. Whether this is just off-season noise or the early stages of a blockbuster deal, fans will be watching closely. One thing is certain. The idea of Michael Porter Jr. in a Lakers jersey is no longer just fantasy. It's a real possibility, and it has the NBA world buzzing. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.